Rahim. Today we will install grid infrastructure software. As you remember, before 11G releases, you need to install a SIM and CRS component separately, but all these things are consolidated in 11G release 2. So when you install grid infrastructure, it will install a SIM in CRS components all. So first I will check the connectivity. I will log into my RAC node 1. Here you can also check your uninitialized volume. Click on logical volume, Oracle. All the entities are here. I have 4 disks. SDA is the physical disk for the virtual machine. In SDB, SDC I have already created. You can check it partition, created partition through if disks. So you can check the volume here, and also I have volume group SDA. So I will disk group create after some time when I install grid infrastructure software. Then I will create other disk groups, but remember that stop the firewall on all the nodes. It will not allow you to install the software, but I already disable it. So first check the connectivity. Will ping RAC node 1, it's pinging. RAC node 2 also pinging. In my storage also reachable. I can ping by name and by host name and also by IP addresses, and also confirm the SSH grid at RAC 2 Oracle. Now I am on RAC 2. You can check AL. When you do SSH to other server, the SSH directory is creating for that, which contains authorized key, known host information. I will cd to ssh.ssh. It has known hosts, which has information for all the known host, and also RSA encrypted format. vi known hosts. It has the IP address of RAC node 2 and also SSH RSA encrypted format. So I will exit from host node 2 and will navigate to my setup file, software file, which I have unzipped in temp directory grid. ls cd temp cd/temp ls. I have cd. Let's remove these VMware softwares, but it's not required. I will cd grid. I have run Clofi in run installer, the owner of this directory. All folders are grid, and the primary group is O install. So before installation of grid infrastructure, you have to check run Clofi. It will show you the connectivity, all the user settings, and all the prerequisites. So you can check it. Just click run Clofi. It's showing me for which stage you are running. I can select stage. You can run SSH for grid infrastructure installation post in pre-stage, and also for database installation, add node and delete node. So it's checking all the things for you. However, I'm on the test environment and I don't have enough memory and resources, therefore the run Kloof installation will not be success. So on physical devices and real environment you have to run it, and it will show you all the prerequisites, all the details. Now it's showing me for which stage you are running, pre or post. I will just navigate, press the above arrow key and click dash pre, click enter again. For what purpose you are running Kloof command, you can specify. For I can run Kloof for node add, node delete, CRS, DB install, software install, everything. So I will click above arrow key again and select will run Kloof for CRS CRS install dash, and for nodes specify your nodes, RAC node 1 comma RAC node 2, and enter. The CRS will be run for both nodes and it will show me all the user settings, prerequisites, and also connectivity between these two nodes. So it is running. Node reachability passed, but it will not succeed in this environment for me. So replication cannot proceed. Cluster service setup was unsuccessful because I have not much resources. So I can go ahead, direct installation of CRS, grid infrastructure software, run installer. When you enable and not stop the firewall, the installation will be stuck on 65%. It will not go ahead and there will be no error message. So it will take around days without any error message. So then you have to keep in mind that it is because of firewall. Firewall is not allowing the node to install the grid infrastructure software on remote host. So I will install, click on run installer. The GUI of run installer will be coming up. So here you can see temp space is 80 MB, must be greater than 80. Actually is this much. It is also passed, and I have the swap size this much passed, and you can see the actual colors and everything here. With the grid infrastructure software installation, ASM and CRS components all are installing. So before releases, we have to install ASM separately and CRS components individually. We are installing CRS from ASM from ASM CA. But here is 4 options. I will install and configure grid infrastructure software for a cluster. Definitely I will select this one because it will install CRS and also create ASM instance for me. Click next. You can select advanced and typical installation. I will select advanced one. The default language for this installation is English. You can select input proper scan name, which I have RAC-scan. my domain. You can check it here. Get etc hosts rack-scan.my domain, rack-scan. So I will not install grid name system. Rack cluster is fine. Click next. In the screen you can add all your nodes for the installation. So I will add rack node 2 because I have entry only for rack node 1. rack2.my domain, and also rack2-where IP address .my domain, rack2web.my domain. I will establish and check SSH between these two nodes and use will passwordless connectivity. Type password, will set up SSH. It will check the node reachability, that it is accessing or not. Connectivity between the selected nodes, this may take several minutes. When the SSH is unsuccess, you cannot install grid infrastructure software on the remote host. As I shown you before, SSH directory creating on the remote server and has known keys and also authorized key information for each node. Successfully established password SSH connectivity between the selected nodes. Okay, good. You can check the connectivity here. Test already established. Okay, fine. Just click next. As you see here, I have private in public IP addresses for Ethernet 1, Ethernet 0. It has private IP address, and this is my public private IP address, and this is my public IP address. You can click next. I will use automatic storage management, not share file system. Here you will select OCR, Oracle Cluster Registry, and the redundancy. I told you before, in normal redundancy we have two-way mirroring, and in high redundancy we have three-way mirroring. And when you select external redundancy, we allowing OS admin to make mirroring for us. And we'll select OCR, Oracle Cluster Registry Disk, for this installation. External redundancy. Click next. I will use simple password for all. You can select your password as per your requirement. It's telling me that password is not meet the requirements. Just okay. I will do not use intelligent platform management. Click next. ASM database administrator, ASM DBA, ASM operator, ASM admin. ASM instance administrator group is this one. So all are fine. Next. My Oracle base is should be /up /up. I will check the nodes which will install Oracle base is Oracle base, because I am not following the proper installation, standard installation. In the software location will be grid home. My Oracle base is up, Oracle base, and software location is grid home. Click next. It will be validating the directory structure on both nodes. That's fine. Inventory location will be Aura inventory. it will check all the requirements, prerequisites. Check up. My swap in physical memory is not success and will be not validating. So these packages are not required, but I will show you again the installation by clicking terminal and mounting the CD. These packages are not required, but still I want to show you the installation again. You can navigate media, RAC, server, ls. I will run RPM, IVH, GCC, historic, not GCC historic, C, with no dips. Okay, install L4Tels. And lib RPM, IVH, libstdc, sorry, we'll navigate to root user, IVH, GCC dash the RPM must be installed from root user. We'll also install other RPMs which are not required, but still it's good to install to make system happy. It's also done. And install RPM, IVH, libstd. The last one, Unix ODBC. Unix ODBC stack. So I have installed the packages. And log out from this screen. Check again. It's still showing me failed, but I will ignore all these packages which are not required. So global setting is disk space required this much in this information. This is complete information, local RAC 1, node 2, but remember that I have to I forgot to install on RAC node 2 also the packages, as I'll only install on RAC node 1. Here it's saying check failed on RAC node 2 for and RAC node 1. So I will log into RAC node 2 I can do SSH, but I will log in physically to RAC node 2. Now we'll check the settings. CD media, will install RPM, IBH, GCC dash C, with no dependency. And also L14 lib. And we'll check for Unix libstd. and Unix ODBC. Unix ODBC. The packages are installed on RAC node 2. Now I will check on RAC node 1, but I will ignore it. You can check in the proper order which showing you here. You can select proper order and install first on RAC node 2 and RAC node 1. So the installation is started. It will take time. Once the installation is complete, I will come back to you. 18% installation completed. You can see here the response. %, 100% installation completed, but still I will run root scripts on both nodes. So follow the same order. Run the script on RAC node 1 first, RAC 1 first, and then the RAC 2. I will go to switch to a root user. Click. You can just copy paste the path and you can also navigate to the directory or inventory. CD up or inventory ls root.sh is or in the exe file is here. I can run or install.sh. It's done on rack node 1. I will ssh to rack 2. We'll move to that folder and run the aura install.sh. Sorry, su root oracle installation completed on rack 2. Now I am back on rack 1 and will run this script. Paste. I will still overwrite it. It will set up too many settings for you. Oracle High Availability Services daemon started. All the rack component services will be set up through this script. Remember to install it properly on both nodes. And also CRS, CTSS, CSS, all the clustered rack services are being starting and installing. See here the response. Rack 1 succeed. Diskmon succeed. If the installation or the of grid software unsuccessful, you can run deinstall, and you can deinstall software with the force option -F -force. So first you have to deinstall the uncompleted or unsuccessful installation, then you can go ahead for reinstallation. CTSS daemon Oracle succeed. Cluster time synchronization services. CSS also cluster service synchronization service daemon. But follow the same order which showing here right here. First script should be run on rack 1 and then rack 2. When the script installation completed, we can check post installation configuration for grid software. If you remember, we stopped NTPD service on both nodes because we will use CTSS cluster time synchronization service when the NTPD is running on the boot node. So this will be in observer mode. in if the NTPD is stopped, then this will be active and working in synchronize both nodes, all the cluster time for you. So remember to start this service. Disk group OCR Oracle Cluster Registry created successfully, ASM created and started successfully, automatic storage management instance. Remember that we have only one disk group right now, OCR. Cluster ready services demo on RAC-1, CRS succeed, voting disks with also replaced with OCR, updating the profile, Oracle voting disk in Oracle cluster registry, voting disk right here. We will have two homes, one for Grift software home and other for database home. We can run server CTL utility from both nodes, so we can run CRS CTL only from grid home. Cluster ready services, we will start and monitor all the nodes resources from grid home. These are different services. You can monitor start and administrate through CRS utility, which should be run from grid home. So the script runs successful. So now I will go back and run the script on RAC-2. SSH grid, SSH root at RAC-2, host name is RAC-2 /app grid home root.sh. Yes. All the settings will be done on RAC-2. theoretical high availability services has been started. And all the same services, all the services, CTC, CRS, and OHA, high availability services, all are being configuring on RAC-2. Remember, when we installing grid infrastructure software on 3 nodes or 4 nodes cluster, so for RAC1 the instance name should be plus ASM1, and for the second node plus ASM2, and also the same will be done for database. For example, I am creating RACDB, RACDB1, RACDB2, RACDB. For example, instance is background process in memory structure, nothing else. So if we have 4 node cluster, so the ASM instance for node 1 will be, if we have 4 nodes cluster, for node 1 ASM instance will be plus ASM 1 and plus ASM 2, and same for others. And if we create for example prod database, for node 1 it will be prod 1, for node 2 it will be prod 2. The instance which I am talking about in the database name will be prod only. So this prod database will having 2 or 3, 4 instances, which is prod 1, 2, 3, and also for the same concept. The node list installation was successful. The root script has been run successfully on both nodes, and grid software installed successful on both nodes. So I will exit from here and will go ahead for post installation configuration. You can click OK. It will do some post configuration. So cluster verification utility failed because we don't have real devices, therefore it will be failed. So just click OK. You can skip it. I will skip this one. So installation has been done, was successful. Some of the configuration cluster verification services I have ignored because we are not on the read devices, therefore it will not run successfully.